On this station, you will find content about park travel as well as living a healthy lifestyle. If you're interested in those two subjects, I would invite you to subscribe. My name is Kay, and this is the Healthy Lifestyle Show. On this show, I want to offer you encouragement to live the life you love. Today is Thriving Thursday. Thriving Thursday is about you thriving. I am not a lifestyle coach, nor do I have any training to be one. I'm just an average 40-something that cares about people. Sometimes a little too much, but I want to see people thrive. I know that people need a great team to thrive because doing it alone is called surviving. And I want you to thrive. I have a very special guest with me today. Tony is the patriarch of Marty's Crew, Our Family Adventures. In their About section, he says, a while back, my wife and I decided that we needed to get our 4 kids outdoors more and at the same time return to what we used to love to do as kids. What a joy it has been to discover that they love adventuring as much as we do. This channel was created to preserve our memories of our journeys and hopefully to inspire other families to do the same. Join us on our travels around Kansas and elsewhere, camping, hiking, fishing, and exploring interesting and beautiful new places. I'd like you to welcome Tony to the show. Welcome. It's great to see you. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Awesome. So Tony has been a part of my community for quite a while on the Healthy Lifestyle Show. I think at least since, December or January. I'm not quite sure which. But
Yeah, I think that's about right.
Been in the health show and in the January health challenge and the February health challenge. And way back then, I was asking for people to sign up and do goals with me with their challenges. I would say, okay, I'm going to do a challenge for veggies this month and this, that, and the other. And one month I asked for a health goal and Tony signed up. So I guess my question is, Tony, why'd you start signing up with me all those months ago?
Well, I'll tell you, Kay, I originally started watching the health challenge as most people do to support, community and everything. And as I watched, I started getting motivated. I used to love working out. I think we've talked about this before. I used to love working out and staying in shape. And over the years, I've kind of fallen out of that. And watching the health challenge and seeing everybody and their progress and hearing their stories, it motivated me to get out and start working out myself again. Before I'm getting up there in years, so to get back at it and cut it off at the head, before I started turning unhealthy.
Sure. By the way, we're the same age. Don't call me old.
Older.
Years. No.
I would never call you old, Kate.
Oh, well, I would never consider you old either, and you're not getting up there in years or ears for that matter.
You ask the crew, they'll tell you totally the opposite.
Well, yeah, that's what kids are for. Just letting you know. I used to have students, remember? So,
yes.
Can you tell our audience just a little bit about your channel and your adventures that you go on and how the health challenge has helped or has guided what you've been choosing to do?
Well, as far as our channel, we go out hiking and everything, and that's good for you and everything. But as far as the health challenge, the it's improved a lot of things as far as our endurance and stamina, and the kids have been motivated by it too. They've seen me doing the push-up challenges and everything, and they've been getting in, and Tori even decided that she wasn't going to drink soda for a month.
Whoa.
Yeah, yeah, that's hard for a preteen.
Sure.
And yeah, I've been getting down and doing push-ups, and then they'll get down with me. I think in one push-up challenge, Tori even sat on my back, which probably
Yes.
wasn't the
She was.
smartest idea. But it's been fun. Everybody's been getting motivated by it. Even Christina and I started running for a while. We've kind of fallen off a little bit, but we're going to get back on track with that.
Yeah, it's
Been
really hot.
running. Yeah, got to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to go
Oh,
running. And I'm not a morning person. I
no.
already get up early enough as it is for work. And
Totally.
yeah,
Totally. And I know you guys are busy with the crew in the evenings. So, would you like to share with our audience what goals you asked me to work on? There were, well, two in specific, because when I asked for Thrive goals, I said one goal that you'd like to work on, fill out the form, it'll be great. Tony threw a list at me. So, which two are you wanting to focus on this time for Thriving Thursday, Tony?
well, I guess one that most of the folks in the health challenge know that I've been struggling with for a while is to quit smoking.
Mhm.
That's I started smoking when I was 14 years old, and over the years through the army, and just through adulthood, I realized I've been smoking for more than half my life, and
Wow.
it's not good. It's not good, and I need to let go of that. I need to find a way to let go of that. I've got kids, and I want to be around to see them grow up, and hopefully see my grandkids someday, the future crew.
There you
So
go. Yeah. Well, so this is a goal that you and I and the folks in our health chat, like Inspired John and Steve the Outdoor Nomad and Gary from Life on the Trail, Lori, and some of those great people, and Chandra Pivo when she was in there, we were all working on this with you and offering different suggestions. So what are some of the suggestions you've tried from our team of our thriving team, I guess, to help with to help stop smoking?
well, for a long while, I was eating. I think everybody will remember I was eating celery sticks instead of smoking on my break times at work, and that worked for. Excuse me, but that worked for a good while. It's just I work outdoors and in a forklift most of the time, and carrying a bag of celery sticks isn't always the best thing. So I've kind of switched to sunflower seeds now, and that's still working pretty good. Um, I've
Awesome.
I've cut down from I was smoking about a pack a day, pack and a half a day. I'm down to about a little less than a half a pack a day.
That's awesome. See, it's a small victory, but it's still a victory, and that's amazing. And I'm so happy to hear that, because it just you've been working hard at it. And I watched my dad quit smoking when I was I was young, 8, 9, 10 years old, and it took a lot. And he was in a group of teachers. He was a teacher, and a group of teachers decided they were all going to quit together. So he had this team of people at work who was saying, yep, no, we're not going to do this. We're going to go do something else. And in the evenings after dinner, because that was the next time Dad would want a cigarette, we started going for family walks. Voila, right? For instead of having Dad smoke a cigarette, we'd go for a walk. And
Great idea.
It was a good idea. The other thing that that he did, that I suggested, that you do, he was saving up he decided to make gum money because he chewed gum at school and during the day instead of smoking. So he would save up gum money. But I said, well, smoking's pretty expensive. So yeah, right. All those taxes on cigarettes, but smoking is pretty expensive. What would you like to do with that money if you weren't buying cigarettes. And what did you tell me?
I want to get if for anybody who's seen our videos, you know, in Kansas it's extremely windy, and a lot of sound clips have been ruined by wind. I know I've got a couple videos out there where I've had to comment at least once where we can't even hear you.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to save up for an external mic for my cameras, and every day this this was the idea you helped me with. The every day that I don't buy a pack of cigarettes, that money that I would have spent on a pack of cigarettes is going into savings for that next piece of gear.
Awesome. Awesome. And so, yeah, I suggested that Tony get a jar and put a jar up. And that way, Christina and the crew could help keep him accountable too and say, hey, look how cool this is that your jar's filling up. So, are you finding that you're able to fill your jar?
Actually, it was kind of slow going at first, but now it's getting there.
Yeah.
It was like it started off. I was able to do it one day on the weekend,
Okay.
and I'm happy to say I actually made it a couple days during the week now, where it's where I haven't had to buy a pack. So
Jazz
yeah,
hands
it's
for
victory.
you. So exciting. Jazz hands. Woo. Okay. That's awesome. That's awesome.
I'm very happy about that.
Yeah, I am too. Okay, so one of the things that you were telling me about was that, it's not just the nicotine addiction, that it's the habit, the habitual
Very much.
addiction. It's the motion, going through the motion of, it's the ritual of smoking. Like I get up in the morning and I have a cup of coffee and I that just relaxes me. It's my stress. I'm just like, oh, I get coffee. This is the best. And so
That's
it's kind of like that, if that's my understanding.
Yeah, and unfortunately, that's two things that if for most of my life have gone hand in hand because I love coffee too, and usually, what am I doing when I'm drinking my coffee is smoking a cigarette.
Okay,
But
so how are you handling the ritual of the addiction, or the habit of the addiction?
well, I'm trying to cut back on, like you said, the rituals, the habits, like driving to work, smoking a cigarette on the way to work, trying not to do that. Break time at work, instead of going to the smoke area, I'm munching on sunflower seeds or munching on celery sticks. Uh, Trying to hold off after meals. That's the hardest one, is after meals, because
Really?
yeah, after meals, especially if you get really full, that's when you really want one.
Oh, well, alrighty then. No more. That's where the portion control from the health challenge came into.
Or that was actually a big part of the portion control, because I would find myself. I like to eat anyway, so I would always eat until I'm full, and the health challenge helped with cutting back on that, and in turn helped with cutting back on the need for a cigarette after that. So that's
Interesting.
yeah, it's a kind of a dual benefit there.
There you go. And now you can go for a walk with your family after. Never mind. That was my dad's trick.
Hey, we might give it a try. Who knows?
No, I mean, the way your family loves getting outside, the kids would probably be happy to say, I'm sorry, Mrs. Math teacher, I couldn't get my homework done. I had to go for a walk with my dad to keep him from smoking. Don't tell him I said that. Don't listen, crew. Don't listen.
No excuses.
No excuses. No excuses.
That's the first thing I do when I come home is check their homework. So.
Oh, that is so sweet. Okay. I love good parents. Good parents are awesome, and you are one, and I appreciate that a lot. Oh, okay. So
Christina checks what I miss. So
oh, well, Christina's a good wife and a good parent. There you go. Excellent. Well, I'm just so proud of you for working for continuing to work on quitting smoking? Because I know we talked about this months and months ago, and that was, the health goal. And I'm happy to see that, even though you haven't beat it, but it's lessened a lot, and you've
Oh
done
yeah, I'm not giving up.
I know you're not. You're a tenacious kind of person. I like that. I like that a lot. All right. So that was one of the goals. You wanted to talk about a second one. So what was the second goal that you were interested in for one of your Thrive goals that would help you thrive?
We really want to travel more. We want to expand out from our general area of Kansas and get to more farther out places. I mean, Kansas is a big state, and we want to see as much of it as we can, and we also want to venture into Oklahoma, into Nebraska, into Missouri. We actually made it into Missouri this year.
Yes,
You were there.
I was.
And we're looking forward to it again next year, and
Yes.
more than just the annual trip with the extended crew, the California and Texas crew.
Gotcha.
Although those are awesome, we'd like to get into farther out places if we can. There's a lot of places on our wish list.
Well, yeah, mine too. My wish list is a mile long, and then every time I think I'm, getting closing in on the end of the wish list, I find more places I want to go. So,
Yeah.
So you mentioned that you came with us. That was before your Thrive goal, but in June you came out to the Midwest Camp Out 2019 and ventured over to Missouri, and it was super fun. And I guess I honestly have to say that when you said, I'm coming, we're going to be there, tell me when, how, and all this stuff, I was honestly surprised. I was like,
really?
These people are coming? So that was really awesome, number one. But how do you think that the health group has the team that we've created here has helped you with this goal? Because I haven't given you any money to travel anywhere, and I haven't given you any more time to travel, because those are the two things I think of when I need more traveling. So how has our group helped you with this goal?
It's given us an extra motivation to get out. We can talk about wanting to go see say Johnson Shut-In State Park, or drive through Mark Twain National Forest like we did on our way back from there. We could talk about all these things, but sometimes you need a little extra motivation. Somebody, in that region that can to meet up with, and show you around like you did for us in the meetup. One of these days I'm going to get down to Oklahoma and visit Steve, Outdoor Nomad. I have a friend in Kansas City that who's also a YouTuber that I'd like to get together with sometime soon. And it's just that extra motivation. Now we got a reason more than just seeing the sites. We know somebody there,
Gotcha.
and knowing people from everywhere, and the people in the health group are from everywhere. It's just that extra motivation.
Sure,
I was really bummed out I couldn't make it to Ohio.
Oh, yeah. We just got back from Ohio with Panic D Paranormal History, and that was an awesome trip. It would have been a great trip for you all to go on, because we did lots of little hikes, and we did lots of history stuff. It was amazing. And sometime we'll get you a little farther out here and there. And I hope that I've been trying to connect you with the Midwest Travel Network just a little bit, and all the folks that I have on for Travel Tuesday, and those folks are in your area. They see the same things that are really close to you, and so I like to think about traveling, being a tourist in your own town, and all your trips to Milford State Park and sorry. And going over and seeing eagles and things like that have been beneficial to being tourists in your own town. And I think that's really, really cool.
Yeah. In fact, I was just telling somebody the other day. I used to hate living in Kansas. I grew up in California, and I used to hate living in Kansas. I thought the same thing that everybody else did. That it's a flyover state. It's nothing but flat and wheat and corn and wheat and wheat and wheat. But then we started getting out on these adventures, and I started realizing, hey, there's some pretty cool stuff out there. And so, through the course of this YouTube thing, and then meeting the folks in the Health Challenge, and then the Midwest, like you mentioned, the Midwest Travel Network,
Mhm.
I'm starting to realize there's a lot more people out there that are sharing the type of stuff that we do, and it's great. It's nice to know that there's folks of common mind out there.
Yes, it is lovely to know that there are like-minded people out there that want to do the same thing that you're doing. And for those of you who might be new and coming into the premiere late or into the video after it's already started, this is Tony from Marty's Crew, Our Family Adventures. And he and his wife, Christina, take their 4 kids traveling and exploring around mostly Kansas, but they've got a lot of different places as well. Would you like to share a little bit about some of the adventures and some of the traveling that you've already done, Tony?
Okay, yeah. Well, since starting our adventures, we've been to Colorado, the San Juan National Forest. That was a big group adventure. That's kind of what kicked everything off. Was planning for that. We started filming our adventures, practicing for that, because we were meeting up with my family from California and excuse me, and Christina's family from Texas, and then we started going on other places, we more interesting places like Castle Rock here in Kansas. It's a unique uh, rock formation that's not going to be there forever because it's Niobrara chalk.
Mm.
We've been to this year New Mexico. We saw Carlsbad Caverns and Sitting Bull Falls, and with the meetup, we went to Johnson Shut-In State Park, and that was uh, amazing in itself. You know, we've been all around, and it's really great. It's been so much fun.
Sure. You said you grew up in California. Did you do a lot of traveling as a family when you were young?
We didn't travel so much as we did do a lot of camping. We did a lot of camping and some hiking. Um, it was almost 2 or 3 times a summer we would go camping. We had a lot of reservoirs and state parks around where I grew up,
Nice.
and yeah, so it was real easy to just throw everything in the truck and then go about 10 minutes to the to the park and go camping.
Sure.
Um, I think the before the after that before I was 18, I never left Southern California.
Oh, wow.
And
Really?
I never really had a reason to. And then
Well,
my
there is a
uncle took.
lot down there, down in Southern California. There's a lot to see and do.
Yeah, true, true. When I was 18, though, my uncle took me on a trip to Zion National Park,
Oh,
and that's where I fell in love with hiking.
God.
That's that's still to this day. I haven't been back yet since. I will be back because I want the kids and Christina to see it. But that's still my favorite place in the world.
Cool.
I love
Oh
it there.
yeah, Zion. Yeah, it definitely is a. I know why they called it Zion. Zion is
Mm,
it's a holy place. We're marching to
yeah,
Zion, and so it's a holy place, and it's a cathedral, and I totally see why they chose that name for that place. So I get it quite a
definitely.
lot. Um, yeah, I don't know that I have any other questions for you. I just want to thank you so much for entrusting me with your goals. I think that I'm honored, truly honored, and I think that you embody the spirit of team. Um, when I think about a team player, I do. I think of Tony from Marty's Crew, and
Oh,
people
thank you.
Well, I'm honored by you thinking that I'm good enough to help you with your goals, because I'm just a normal person. And sometimes sharing your goals with someone else is all that needs for you to drive them forward. And I think that's actually what is happening, is that you shared your goals with me. I'm not doing anything at all. I'm hundreds of miles away. You're doing it all. And I'm just here to jazz hands for you, And I thank you so much for being a part of my team, as well as allowing me to be a part of yours. So,
Uh, I got to thank you, Kay, because we all talk about when we're explaining our relationships with each other on YouTube to our everyday friends, how we're talking to just our YouTube friends.
yeah.
You and everybody in the health challenge, you guys are my real friends. You're some of my best friends. I don't tend to bond with people very well, and with you, all of you guys, I haven't met anybody in the health challenge I don't like, and
Yeah, me neither.
I totally feel comfortable sharing anything with you guys. I mean, you guys are awesome, and
Well,
that's a testament to you and the motivation and the kind of people that you've collected around you and have brought together. That's a testament to your community, and I really appreciate that. I'm honored to be a part of it.
I'm not going to cry. You're mean. Don't make me cry. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here for Thriving Thursday. Thank you for allowing me to be in on a little part of your goals. And I wish you the best of luck on your goals, even though you don't need luck, because you're tenacious and you're going to achieve all the goals that you set, these two in particular. So if you will hang out for just a moment, I will close out the show.
All right.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you for having me.
No problem, Tony. All right, everybody. Today, I want you to thrive. If you've enjoyed this show, please share it with another like-minded individual who needs a little encouragement. I would also like you to make sure that you're subscribed to Marty's Crew, Our Family Adventures, as well as to make sure that you go out and live the life you love. Remember, you are not replaceable. Have a great day, everybody.